Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to do part 2 of this page here. We are doing a page in Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon. And we have part 2 done, or part 1 already done. It's black paint on the background. It's matte acrylic folk art paint and just painted in the background with a paintbrush. And then part 1 we did the little snail, all the green, all the blue, and all the gray. Now we're doing this book as a review in the 3 colors, green, or 4 colors actually. It's green, red, blue, purple. Okay, the red is kind of the pink colors. So it's like on this page here, we've got the purple in the background, we've got a red bottle, green bottle, blue bottle. So those are the colors we're using. So the green is on the roof over here, blue is on the snail, and the mushroom, one of the mushrooms is going to be this color down here, and then this one's going to be purple. So if you notice a few little things on the house that weren't there in part 1 are the black areas here. I had it here on my desk. Yep, I did. I took one of the micron pens and just went around in these areas and colored those in black. I mentioned that in part 1 that I was going to do that on all the scallops, and I missed one here, so I'll go ahead and show you what I did. Make sure I have the one that works. Maybe I should scooch you down a little bit. So we're gonna just go on this one. So all you do is take the pen, trace over the lines, go across the top, and then just color it in. Basic, easy to do. You could use paint if you're really good and steady. I just use the marker. Let me get a sip of tea here. And so what I will be doing different portions. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I'll be doing different portions of the house. Like I left this open here. I'm going to be coloring the mushrooms, and they're quite big, in 2 solid colors. And I may bring some of that color down into the houses. So like their chimneys could be purple from the purple mushroom, or the door could be purple. Windows could be pink, or, you know, something in that line, just to make sure that I have enough of the big colors up here, down here into the houses. So once I get the mushrooms done and we can visually see them colored in, we can bring some of that color down into this other area, just so I have a little cohesiveness going on. So I think we're going to start with the big gigantic mushroom here. Why not? Go ahead and start with the biggest one you got. So we have the 3 colors that we'll be using in the mushroom: black, raspberry, and then we have the clay rose and the pink rose. And I thought that combination will work. I believe that's 1 off from the normal one. I think I used light skin tone on instead of the rosy pink, but I wanted to keep it a little pinker. I'll debate on that probably when I get coloring. I might bring in the it's light peach. That might be a better lightness up here on there. So I'll keep that handy just in case I want to change over. Usually I'll do the black raspberry and then raspberry and a couple other colors, but I don't want it so bright red up here. I would like it more of a muted tone, so I took out the raspberry pencil and are just going to use these. So I'll get this set up just a little bit better. I've got stuff all over my desk, and I will get the plastic sheet under there nicer because I don't want a line on here. So hold on a second. Okay, so we're going to take the black raspberry first. Make sure I'm in frame here. I'm going to have to turn the book a little bit. And we're going to kind of do a little bit of light coloring down here, just so I kind of have an idea of where I want to put it. And then you'll notice that we are doing a very light coat. So we kind of want it coming up this side, and then all the way around the rim. Tiny bit over here. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. We're also going to make an indentation. There's kind of like this little bump into the mushroom here, and I'm going to make that darker. So I'll put a little of that in there. Bring it down a little. Bring it into these little bumpy things. I'm not going to worry about the little bumpy things. I'm going to color over them, and they'll just kind of be a darker coloration. I may bring the eraser in and lighten them up a little bit after I'm done coloring to make them brighter, but I'm not going to worry about coloring around them. I'm also going to, since we have a dent over here, bring some color in over here on this side too. So that kind of gives me the lay of my mushroom. Okay. I can bring this in just a little bit more, I think. There. So that kind of gives you the crinkles in the mushroom. So I'm going to take in the lightest color, and I think I'll go in with the it's a light peach, and we're going to put that down in the lightest areas. Bumping into that. Don't want to do that. And we have some lightness coming down here. And that's about it. Okay, so there's kind of a heavy pressure on that one, but I am using the side of the pencil. All right, then we're going to go in with our next color, which is the pink rose. And right along there, we're going to add that color in. right into the lightness, or the lighter colors. So we'll bring it right in on the peach. And then pull it out a little bit. Okay, then we're going to bring in the clay rose and do that again. We'll come in on the rosy peach that we just put down, or rosy pink. I have to sharpen that a little more. I need the, because I'm using the side of the pencil. I need a little bit more lead. Okay, I'm going to bring in the black raspberry. I don't know if I turn on these lights, if that's going to help you or not. I don't want the red showing too much, but okay, we're going to bring in the black raspberry again on top of that. And darken it up a little bit. Okay, there are these little lines here. We want to exaggerate those a little, so I'm putting pretty heavy pressure on that to bring them up. And the mushroom kind of goes down at an angle, so we want to bring our lines up at that angle. If you're wondering what we're doing there. Of course, you can't see if I'm not in camera. Sorry about that. So we're going to bring it up. I'm going to turn the book around so I can pull it down instead of trying to go upward. I think that'll be a little easier on me. So again, we're not going too dark here. We will get darker. But I want to get the color on there. Okay, we're going to go back in with the clay rose. Go over those lines again, bring a little more color down there. And bring some more of this down from the top here too. Okay, the pinky rose. And then the peach, light peach. A little heavier pressure just to blend that in. Do, 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 do. Just go all the way around it. Okay. Whoops, I'm gonna drop a pencil. Don't want to do that. I'm gonna turn it around again. Hold on. Okay, got the book around. We're gonna go back in with our black raspberry here. Darken up some of these. And up here we're going to kind of pull it down so it doesn't look rounded, and pull it up. We'll blend that in a little bit. Make it as dark as we can where I want the biggest crevice. So we're putting deeper pressure there. And then lighter pressure on the way out and on the way down. Okay, on this side we're going to do the same thing. And continue to darken down here. Lots of little lines here so you can bring them all up. I kind of want to leave a little line here, and I went too dark down there, but okay. Mushrooms take a lot of work. Oh, and it's a big one too, so just take your time with it. And this is light pressure, just going layers over layers on here. Just put a little more pressure where you want it the darkest, but not a very really heavy pressure yet. That's for the blending. Okay, I'm going to bring back in the clay rose. Just go over our black raspberry here. And bring it up a little bit. Okay, just gonna keep doing this. Sorry I'm so quiet, just watching what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring in the pink rose go over everything. We have to get that around that little mushroom cap that's coming up. Okay. And then we'll bring in the light peach. I'm going to put that at the bottom here. Bring that up a little bit. Just kind of go in the way of the mushroom here. We're just going to bring that peach all the way over. Blend everything here together with that. And then it's got to go the other way. I'm going to turn the book again, sorry. Turn it over. Get that blended a little better here. Okay. Bring a little white in, and we're just going to accentuate these lines that are coming up, putting it down and pulling it. Now let's turn it around and see what it looks like. So we've kind of got a ruffle effect going down here, which is what I wanted. Just got to clean it up a little bit here. Just give it a little bit bigger highlight over here by adding the white in on that side. Okay, now that looks pretty good. And what I meant by leaving all these little dots and coming in with the eraser, you get the color off of here that's on here. There we go. We can just go in and erase them and make them whiter. So I'll be doing that with the rest of those. And then we'll have this, we could do a couple up here, I guess. I could try to see them. Like that. So you're just kind of using the side of this eraser. You're not using the tip. If you notice, the tip doesn't have any color on it. I don't know if I can get that to show. I'm just using the side of it so I get a better control where I'm placing it down, because I don't want to have to recolor the dark that's in here. If you think this is too liney, you know, striped like this, that's how I kind of wanted it. But if you prefer it a little softer, you can go over it with a blending stick or a blending any of these blending tools, or you could you know, color it this direction going down and not get so many striping in it. But I think a mushroom is kind of that way, and I was kind of going for that look in this page. So we're just gonna continue to do this for a little bit. And I think that's going to look really kind of cool. So basically, that's how that one's going to get done on the top. And on the bottom, we have these. I'm going to skip these for a little bit. I think I might do the gems opposite on the, like do these purple and do these pink. So we're going to do this part, and I'm going to do it basically the same way as we did the top. I'm going to put the dark down here on the bottom. Kind of bring it up real soft there. We're going to darken some of these. Okay, then we bring in the next color, which is the clay rose. Put a little of the pink rose in there. Running out of room here. and then come in with the light peach and bring it all the way up. Okay, go back in with the black raspberry. Kind of bring that up in there. The white, we'll just bring in the white. Can we pick up the right pencil? No, I can't. We're going to bring the white up in here. So just kind of stick it where you want it and then just pull it up. Turn it because you're going to get a little pink on here. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not if you want your white, but it'll help blend everything. Go in with the very light touch here. And that kind of blends it in. I'm just going to use my finger to push it. Blends it in with the top. Bottom stem is just going to be shaded one side to the other because we got our little wrinkles going up there. So we're going to do it kind of like we did the buildings over here. So we'll go dark on one side and then lighten it. We have to get way down in here. I think that's part of that green thing. I'm going to have to recolor that. Okay. Okay, same colors we used up on the top in the same order. So we're going in with the clay rose here. The pink rose. And then the peach. Okay, get that blended just a tiny bit better. I'm going with the dark raspberry again. Darken that up quite a bit, so I put a little more pressure on it. And then lighten your pressure when you come up. We'll just go in with the pink, rosy pink, and blend that a little bit. If you want to put any white in that, you can too, like around the edge. Just make sure it doesn't blend in with the black. You can put a little up here underneath the ridge if you want. I think up here needs a little lightness. I didn't like that. Okay, so there is our mushroom. Let me turn the lights off, get a better look at it here. Can't get this one off. There we go. So, that be it. Might put a little more pink up here, but now I have to be a little more careful because of the little bits I uncovered. But I do play around with this a bit. I want that a little darker. So I'll bring in the black raspberry and make that bit darker here. I'll probably have to re-erase those, but that's okay. Then if I want any darker lines now before I get those erased, it would be a good idea. You want it darker over here. And then like where these guys pop out, it should probably have a shadow under it. So I'll do that too on those. I'll be erasing the stems, so we're just putting in a little shadow here. Okay. A little more peach up here. Okay, if we want to too, if it's not dark enough for you, because you know how I like my dark colors, I'm going to bring a little black in here. And we're just going to darken up some of these that are coming up. And add a few little lines in here that weren't there before. Okay. I like doing this kind of stuff. Darken it up here a little bit. Darken it over here a little. Do the same thing down here. Add a few little dark lines. Don't go up too high, you're just gonna touch them in there. And then down here in the base, to get it really dark, just go over it very lightly with the black. And it just gives it a little bit more that it looks like it's planted into the ground there. Okay, one mushroom done. And I think that'll be it for today, and we'll have to do the other mushroom tomorrow. Oh, on the shadows here too, you can put a little bit, just a touch, the black next to the stem, just a tiny bit. It just helps accent the little stems. I don't know if I saw that. Then we're going to take the eraser, very gently try to erase the stem itself. any color in there because we're going to color it a different color. So yeah, we'll just go through and erase these little dots, and then when we come back, we'll show you what that looks like. We will. I guess I will. And then we'll color the other mushrooms. So I have to call it, so sorry about that. And I will see you in part 3. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye now. Take care.